Welcome to this new video. We continue the geometry node basics. We have one type left, the volume. So far, we review a lot of types that can be categorized like that. The point cloud, which have one size, is just a point in the space. You cannot get a distance with it. After, we have curves. With that one, you have a length in the space. With mesh, you can have it too, and also a fill shape in square or volume. But with mesh, you cannot fill specific points in the shape. We can say that the fill property of a mesh is not a field. That is bring by the volume type. As you can see, now we have a way to fill the shape. It's important for gas simulation. The geometry type part is finished, let's move to the zone concept. To be more productive, I activate an add-on called Node Wrangler. It allows us to connect nodes more efficiently. It's doing presumption in connection. Like that, you don't have to target a specific socket with the mouse. I use the shortcut Alt plus Shift when I connect the node. With that shortcut, a selection appears to prevent wrong guessing and let you the choice. There is a concept called zone in Geometry Node Editor. In the example, we use it to do a loop in the geometry. The for each zone and this beautiful interface for the input and output come with the 4.3 version. At this moment, there is 3 types of zone. The for each that do a loop through all the same elements of a domain type, the simulation zone where the time evolves, and a repeat zone where you are free to repeat something with an arbitrary value. Let's go for an example of the simulation zone, a free fall. Instead of put the focus on the node technically, we will focus on the way to think them. The first is to think about the operation. We want to set the position of the mesh, so just type the shortcut. So just type the shortcut F3 to reveal the church, type set position and enter. When the link behind the node change, click to insert it with auto connection. After, since we are in simulation, we will work with delta. Since I come from CAD software, I think with value and not vector, which is bad. But we will convert that after. That means I have to combine my calculation on the axis with the other axis in the vector. So I grab the offset socket and release to church combine. It's made so well that I doesn't read the result before to press enter. Now we just have to think about the mesh move and what do what. What we want is a movement, which is a distance calculated by a multiplication of time with a speed. So again, just type F3 and multiplication. Grab the first socket and connect it to the data time socket of the simulation input. So we have the time. Now we just have to define a speed. For that, I grab the second socket of the multiplication node and connect it to an empty one of the simulation node input. With the shortcut N, I reveal the right panel. We will see that in details after, at the end of this zone part. Here, I can adjust the name of the property to keep things clear. So at this point, we have the math, but in a free fall, the speed increase. Because of that, when I connect to something to the input node of the simulation, the same appears in the output. We just have to calculate the new speed, which is just the multiplication of the delta time by gravity, add with the previous speed. To check if the calculation is good, I will show you how you can do that without geometry node. So I create a new mesh object, go to the physics tab in the properties editor, and add a rigid body. Rigid body is a mesh that can be deformed in simulation, unlike soft body. Since we calculate the position of the mesh and not the position of the point in the mesh, the shape of our cube will never be deformed. So we do a right body simulation. Now we can press the shortcut space to launch the simulation. As you can see, they fall in the same way. In fact, not really the same, but that makes sense, because I didn't calculate the air resistance, for example. I quickly create a node group to reuse the simulation after. To do that, I select all the nodes and use Ctrl-G shortcut. Again, Blender is really good. Remember, it's the same shortcut to create a group in edit mode in the 3D viewport. That means the shortcut is preserved between editors. With the shortcut tab, you can toggle the edition of the group like the object in the viewport. Like that, we can go back to the parent node. The node tree is like a genealogical tree. You can see where you are in it in the header of the editor. We see we lost the capability to set the initial speed. So with tab, we go back in Node group and connect all the input and output of our simulation to the input and output of the Node group. I go back to the parent, and if we look to the group output, we see something weird. The name of the socket is initial speed, and it's the output. Normally, it will be final speed, to be clear. In fact, it's the way I think that was wrong when I choose the name. What is come from the input is always the initial, and the output is always the final. So let's rename it just speed. To fully integrate my new simulation to my workflow, I give to my node group a name, rigid body simulation, and mark it as an asset. Like that, after save the file, I can use my group with the drag and charge functionality. Now we move to the repeat zone. But before that, we will finish the transformation of our simulation node to use vector instead of float. The first thing we have to do is remove the combined node. In fact, we can directly multiply the delta time with the speed in each direction. Indeed, the time applies on each axis. That means, if we want, we can now simulate with the speed opposite to the gravity and simulate a rocket launch. The second thing is to replace the float gravity with a vector. Like before, we just have to change the multiplication for a vector node. We finish by doing the same for the add node after. We connect the vector speed to the output of the simulation and check the simulation. It's good. Now, I change the name of the vector input and add the gravity to the input. Like that, we can now simulate a rocket launch on another planet. To manage properly my asset, I create a new catalog in my library with the name simulation. To make the asset really usable and meaningful, we will talk about general stuff related to the geometry node, the panel of the group. We saw it in our node group, but we can also find it in the modifier tab in the properties editor. Like that, we can see the result of our setting without go back in the parent node. As you can see, we cannot use the group we create in the modifier directly. To be able to do that, let's see the node setting panel of our node group. We focus for now on the two first tabs in the panel, the group and the node one. In the group part, we change the name for something better, freefall rigid body simulation. I add a description to indicate that the simulation is in an empty space without air friction. Since this group manipulates the geometry, I add the color tag of the geometry category node. I let the defo with and I tick the modifier box. It's this setting that allows us to use the group directly in the modifier. The socket group part is more interesting. I go back to the parent node and drag the socket of our simulation group and connect it to the input of the group. I also add a geometry node modifier and choose our simulation group. Like that, we can see the render of our setting in the geometry node editor and in the property editor. We see the first notable thing. The name we have already set is take. So try to always drag from the editor. Like that, you don't have to change the name to position each time, for example, and the good type will be selected. It's the end of the video, so I will see you in the next.